Leafs here. Day 48. Man, it was a cold night last night. Hammock kept me warm though, but it sure was cold. It's got an early start this morning, heading across a spot here where I can look down to an area called Scales. I believe that was historically a place where they brought the cattle and they weighed them. It just makes sense. So anyway, kind of a neat place. So we're gonna walk through that and head on to a shelter area called Trimpi, the Trimpi shelter. I think it's gonna be about 20 miles, so hope you stick with me. I came up from this direction, and wow, what a view. Wow, again, God bless me today. So it looks to me like there's a number of campsites inside this corral. But the trail just goes straight across. There's the gate for the trail. Well, we got a gate to go through, so I'll hold on. And now I'm in search. Right now I'm in search of the trail. Isn't that crazy? Believe it or not, I see no blazes, so I'm gonna have to go back to the gate. Crazy. So here's a gate I came through, and I was busy talking, and look at this. As clear as day, there's the trail, but I went that way. You can kind of see a trail. Trail talk today. I'm going to talk about a subject that might be kind of private to some, but it's a reality here on the trail, and that is the privy situation. So I am about 2 miles from a shelter called Old Orchard, and I am looking forward to getting to that shelter. Not because of the shelter, but because it has a privy. If you can make it to those shelters that have privies before you have to go, that's what I try to do. I've had to dig probably a couple, more than that, probably about 4 or 5 cat holes. Cat holes is what everyone calls them on the trail. And so making it to a privy is a luxury, actually. And interesting note, Tennessee does not have privies. So there are no privies in Tennessee. So what they ask you to do is, if you're at a shelter, you find the water source and then go opposite direction of the water source and dig cat holes. So what you wind up with at those shelters in Tennessee is a landmine of stuff, I'll say. As you know, many people do not properly dig the hole, and it's just paper everywhere. It's just a mess. So I don't know, I think they've got some regulation or some reason they don't do privies, but it would be nice to have them in Tennessee. Now at the privy, you're not supposed to urinate in the privy. You're supposed to find a good tree or a bush somewhere, whatever you won't choose to do, but you're not supposed to urinate in the privy. I believe they're called moldering privies, and so you're not supposed to urinate in them. That actually impedes the decomposition. Privy talk on the trail today. So that's trail talk. Now that is amazing. How's that tree holding on? Listen to this. It sounds like a river running under these rocks. This is cool. All right, we're gonna pass right by, I believe it's Comer's waterfall. Cool. Well, cool thing just happened. A gentleman just approached me. He's a section hiker, and he said, I was just walking in the trail. He said, I got trail magic back at Virginia 650. So I'm about, I don't know, a little over half a mile from Virginia 650. So I'm hoping to get some neat trail magic. I'll show it to you when I get there. So I went past the shelter. I was going to try to make it to this meadow, which I did. It's at a little lower elevation, so hopefully I'm going to go to the other side over there and get in some trees. and be able to camp. We'll see how that goes. Sounds like there's a road really close by, so oh well, can't have everything. Wrapping up day 48. Man, wonderful day on the trail. Left the Wise shelter area there where I camped and made it past the Trimpi shelter. About maybe another mile or so. Came across this little pasture area here, and it was windy on the pasture, so I met up with Scars here coming across this little pasture, so we found a spot to camp here in the trees just on the other side of the pasture here. So I'll show you that in just a second, but I appreciate you staying with me. We wrapped up a 21.2 mile hike today. Big day for me, and I really appreciate you sticking with me. Till next time, keep hiking.